But you know, I'm still thinking about our conversation regarding road glide style.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's changed. Big
Yeah.
time. Big time.
Okay, we have the non-start issue.
Is it on? Is the kickstand down?
It's up. Where's the key? Low band.
Well, you're in gear. Put it in neutral.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would have to pull a clutch in, you know.
Makes sense.
First time on a motorcycle, Stefan? Harley Davidson?
The shifting, first gear is down and the other one's up.
There's only 2 gears. Don't worry about it. Go and stop.
But no heel shifter, so I will just...
Not yet. I got it in there. Look at him, Lee. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Very nice, I'm looking at the camera. Very nice, good, good, good. Preloaders, V.I.Preloaders, welcome back to the channel, guys. Always a pleasure to have you guys here with me, and you know this by now, or at least you should. For those of you that have never been to this channel before, welcome to you as well. My name's Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant, and the name of this wonderful channel is Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. All right, guys, this is my girl, Shelly. Shelly is my 2024 Harley Davidson CVO Road Glide ST. And yes, that's the order in which you're supposed to say that. CVO or Road Glide ST, all right? And let me tell you something, guys, about this bike. I've done a bunch of videos on it. I actually have a playlist for it, so definitely check that out. And I'm talking about for me riding this bike on a racetrack in Las Vegas, courtesy of Harley Davidson, to me coming home and purchasing it as soon as I got home. And there's gonna be plenty more to come, guys. But one thing I will tell you about this bike, in my opinion, it's the best touring motorcycle Harley Davidson has ever made, period, right? It's fun, it's fast, it looks good. Everything has been improved. It's lighter, it's faster, it looks better. I know that's subjective, but most people will agree. And the suspension has been improved, finally. And the suspension is good, like it's really good. But if you're not new to this channel, I'll let you know that I have 4 other motorcycles, and 3 of them have Wilbers suspension. Prior to that, I had a CVO Road Glide 2021 Wilbers suspension, and I had a Breakout Wilbers suspension. And the Breakout, it was a premiere. It was the first time in the United States that a Breakout motorcycle, had Wilbers suspension. So it's just wonderful suspension. I love it. I love the Nivomat suspension because it's self-adjusting. So that's what I'm going to be doing today on this video, guys. I got 2 of my favorite V.I.Preloaders from Germany. So I may as well say 2 of, actually, I told them they are seasoned V.I.Preloaders, veterans from Germany. They probably were the first. And if you guys know, that's Stefan, that's Mark, and we're going to talk to them. So with this suspension, guys, I rode this bike. I rode it on a racetrack, and you can't really, the racetrack is smooth, so anything's going to feel good. But when I took this out on the road, I actually felt how much improved the suspension is. And I'm talking about coming from my 2023 CVO Road Glide. So it's even better than that. But I'm curious to see what the difference is going to be with Wilbers suspension. Of course, it's always good. This suspension's good, but it doesn't mean you can't do better, and that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. All right, guys, so I want to introduce you. If you don't know Stefan already and Mark, watch the other videos. I'm going to put those in the description section as well, and up here, the other installs that we've done on my other motorcycles with Wilbers suspension. But these guys, 9-hour flight, 4-hour drive, and they're here. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Always a pleasure to see. I didn't have you, your mother did. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to see these guys and have them here. How was the flight?
It was good. Yeah.
Did you fly the plane?
My co-pilot flew it, so it was a smooth landing. With me flying it, it would have been a tough landing.
So you're a pilot?
People should watch your videos, and then they might figure it out.
And that's why I asked, because I can't take for granted. There's always new people watching the channel, so, and you're a captain.
People say so.
Yeah. Shout out to Sandy. If you guys don't know Sandy, Holy Shift.
But, you know, Sandy is not a captain.
That's right. He's not a captain.
That was a bad joke, Sandy. Sorry for that.
Okay, so I want you to talk to me about what we're doing to Shelly today.
Yeah. As you mentioned in your intro, it's probably the best stock suspension for a Harley touring bike. Yeah. But nevertheless, aftermarket suspension is always taking it to the next level. And today we are going to do a world premiere. We're going to introduce the first Nivomat self-leveling set for the new CVO style with the inverted front end. Yeah. And a world premiere, I just have the prototype on my 23 Whiskey Neat CVO, a fully adjustable cartridge kit for the inverted front end.
How you liking that Whiskey Neat?
I love it. I bought it just because seeing you and John on the intro video. So shout out to Matt Svedlund. It was a good choice to take these two guys. At least you sold one motorcycle more in Europe because of that.
Absolutely. Shout out to PJ, because PJ is the one that made that happen. Matt, Jen, guys are the best. Now you said Nivomat self-leveling. What does that mean?
It means that irrespective of the load, if you're riding 1-up or 2-up or with baggage, the bike needs about 300 yards, depending on the surface conditions, to adjust the preload of the shocks exactly to the present load. And there's no removing of bags, dialing in preload and that stuff. Yeah. It's out of the box, fully mechanical, works perfectly. And in my opinion, it's the best suspension for a Harley touring bike.
And I'm going to agree. I'm asking him this question. Obviously, I know the answer, but I know new people may not know what self-leveling suspension is. Does anybody else do this?
No.
Yeah.
Solely CF and Wilbers in corporation do it, but you have to be really tough because you will lose your reservoirs.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to bring up to you. You know, I'm curious to see what they're going to feel like. Of course, I know they're going to feel better. How much better, I don't know. We'll see. But I really didn't want to lose the reservoirs. It's a different look for me, at least.
If you have a pair of scissors, maybe.
Man.
Cut the hoses. And
somebody might want them. Somebody might want them.
And just leave them.
Oh, and just leave them? Yeah. No, that's going to look ridiculous. All right, so we're doing front suspension and rear suspension with the Nivomats. We're gonna put them on. We're gonna test it out, and I'm looking forward to it.
And first of all, I'm gonna ride it because there's not a single CVO ST in Europe now.
Yes.
They are sold out. Only very few numbers making it over to Europe. And I haven't seen it in person. She looks so beautiful. White would have been my favorite color as well. And I can't wait to take her out for a test ride to see the before and after.
Who's this young man to your right?
This young man is Mark, and your subscribers know him. He's the one making all this happen.
That's right.
Because he mentioned there's that guy over in the United States in Pula, and he has a very interesting YouTube channel doing slow speed maneuvers. Well, and he reached out to you.
Yes, he did.
Getting the two of us together.
3 years ago.
3.5?
3.5. Yeah. And that's how this all started.
Time goes by.
Yeah. So big shout out to Mark. Mark, always great to see you, man.
Yeah, the pleasure is on my side, and it's really amazing, the friendship in the meanwhile, and see what you are doing on your channel, and the nice ST, of course. It's, the color is great.
Yeah, man. Anyway, I hate that I can only see these guys once a year. And the next time you guys come here, as much as I appreciate this Wilbers suspension, I just want you to come here so we could just ride. All right, so we have time to ride. All right?
Yeah,
But
sounds good.
we're going to ride today.
Okay, so can we just cut the crap?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to test ride it.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, so the front is done.
Front is done, worked perfectly.
Yeah, and like I said, not an install video,
No.
but I wanted to get this part recorded because you're taking off the thing I didn't want taken off, but it is what it is.
Yeah, still, we can cut it here.
Ah,
and then
stop it.
put on a cable strap, and then you still have the canisters. Yeah.
Sacrifices in life have to be made.
Yeah.
Everything is give and take, pros and cons, ebbs and flows. I think that's all of them.
You're already crying?
Well, I won't cry until I actually see them all the way off,
Okay.
and I have to deal with that vacancy.
Yeah, but then you will. But well, it's just a put on and forget suspension with the Nivomat. So this one, if you're changing loads, you have to change the preload. Therefore, you have to remove the bag. Then you have to change the rebound. And the only thing that you can change without removing the bags is the damping.
Okay.
But if Anita is riding with you, or maybe I'm riding with you, because I love
Ain't gonna happen.
I love to be a pillion rider.
You can ride next to me
Yeah.
on another motorcycle.
But and with the other set, you just put it on, dial it in once during the install, and then forget about it. You know it from the other bikes.
Yeah.
So sacrifices to be made.
But I will tell you, Anita won't be riding on this bike with me.
And you will even have better aerodynamics because those slots will stay open and they.
I'm not even gonna let you finish that sentence. I can't keep those slots open.
No, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to find some fillers or something. I just realized that.
Okay, can you just hold this?
Yeah.
Because we don't need it anymore.
You gotta rub it in, huh? So guys, I've never had, suspension with a reservoir on it. Never something I really cared to have.
Yeah,
but
so
just because it's on there, I got accustomed to it that quick. And it's being sacrificed.
You're not used to it. It's just on for 2 weeks, so.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, I can see clearly there's an adjustment here. The motorcycle comes with a tool to adjust the top of this. And then there's another one down here, like a gold colored, that you can turn. And then right here. So you got 3 different adjustments on this suspension. All right, let's take this bad boy for a test ride. Try out this new front suspension and this Nivomat.
How did you like it? Perfect, huh?
I like it. I mean, it's not my first time dealing with the Nivomat, so it definitely feels good. It feels better than the stock suspension, but I have to be full disclosure. This is killing me.
Yeah, but we will find some nice black covers for that, or even white covers.
Did you say black? Well, it would have to be color matched.
Or maybe
Carbon fiber
carbon
thing?
fiber.
Yeah, I just the reservoir look, man. The reservoir look. Come on. It's new to me.
Yeah, it's a great look for a sport bike, but the Nivomat system is better than the reservoir system.
It is.
No matter if stock or aftermarket.
So, but again, I'm talking about the aesthetics of it. It's just something
Yeah,
that.
you're right. You're buying a bike because of the aesthetics
Yeah,
and not
yeah.
because of the practicality.
Yeah. Well, the practicality too. It feels better. There's no doubt about that. But I'm willing to sacrifice the way it feels. Plus, I don't need really the self-adjusting on this motorcycle
you're
because
right.
Anita's not going to be riding with me.
So what are we going to do?
I'm just going to put the stock ones back on.
Come on, really?
I-
You're killing me.
That's the sacrifice I have to make. It's not going to ride as well but I get the reservoirs. It's all about the reservoirs. That's what makes this bike stand out so much, those reservoirs.
Okay. Maybe give me 5 minutes.
What's going to happen in 5 minutes?
Yeah. Can we just, because I'm going to punch him now, and then we're going to stay with the Nivomat. Just stop it. We decided on not hitting each other because.
Well, I never was good. You were going to hit me, for the record.
Yeah, but I know you long enough, and I knew exactly when we already talked on the phone about the suspension upgrade, and you whining, oh, I want my reservoir.
Yeah.
I knew exactly how this would end up. And so I talked to the Wilbers CEO on Sunday while we were on the bike show about a prototype which is already ready, and I told him, is this already finalized? So can we get it until I leave on Friday? And he said, well, it's going to be tough. So they started the serial production on Monday morning, and I got the surprise at home on Wednesday.
What are we talking about?
Have a look. You have been just in the house and something happened. You ready, Rob?
I'm ready. I don't know what you... Wait a minute.
Come on over.
What is that?
I know exactly how this would end. Because when we talked on the phone about the suspension upgrade for Shelly, and you already whining about the style of the reservoirs and that stuff, and of course you don't need it as you're riding single on Shelly, and you need just a proper dial in suspension, but you don't need the auto leveling.
Yeah.
And I knew already about a prototype, so I talked to the Wilbers CEO last Sunday on the bike show whether it's possible to get ASAP the first production line of that new
Get
shock.
out of here.
And they started production on Monday and shipped it express. I had it on Wednesday.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, and they're just the reservoirs. So we just put the reservoirs on and leave the Nivomat in. No, just kidding.
Look at this, man. Wow.
So the first in the world.
Woo! Oh, man. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And if I don't know which one I'm grabbing because I know they both.
Yeah, they're both the same.
They're both the same?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Okay. Now I'm excited. So what you're telling me is nobody else has this on their motorcycle?
Just the one with the prototype version.
So this is not the prototype version.
That's the first serial.
That's serial number 1.
Serial number 1.
Wow. I love it. Let's get them on.
Okay, let's go.
Get them on. Hold up. Before we put them on, are they going to feel as good as the Nivomats?
When they're properly dialed in, they're going to feel as good, maybe a little bit sportier.
Okay.
But we can dial it in.
Yeah, okay.
But then when you're riding two-up, which you're not going to do on this bike.
So however we set it, we're good.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, guys. So full disclosure, as far as the suspension is concerned, I'll get to that in a second, but first I'm going to talk to you about this motorcycle. It's hard for me to focus on just the suspension riding this CVO ST. It is just a beast, right? But that aside, we made 3 adjustments. Road, stop. I picked a road that purposely has some imperfections, and it was stiff. Stop. Stefan did what he had to do. Rode again, stop, made another adjustment. And this is definitely what differentiates this setup from the Nivomat, because the Nivomat, once you start riding, that initial setup that we do,
yeah, you forget it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's smooth. So we took out Violet, that's my 2021 CVO Limited, and that has the full Wilbers suspension, the Nivomat in the back with the springs in the front, and it just feels great. So now this motorcycle, and again, this is a sportier type of motorcycle, so it's not supposed to be as plush and as soft.
No, it's not a Cadillac.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a Corvette.
Exactly. Yeah. But not too much of a Corvette, because I had to make it so that it's softer for me. Yeah. And man, it just smoothed everything out. So I loved it. I loved riding it. I love the way it looks. Now, again, there are going to be some changes that we're going to have to make. And by we, I mean Wilbers. and it's going to be dealing with the mounting bracket, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the mounting bracket was handmade on Monday. That's still a prototype
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
And we're going to fix that. We saw the issues. It is working, but just from a styling point of view, it needs to be improved.
It's
And
all cosmetic.
Yeah, it will be improved.
Yeah, and so this is, again, I'm just happy and proud to be the only one that has this. And when the new bracket comes, I'll have it. So right now there's an opening there where the other bracket from Harley Davidson that was completely closed, that's going to be taken care of, all right? As a matter of fact, you're saying that you might even be able to still use that bracket from Harley Davidson.
We're trying.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So what did you think? Because you rode the bike.
It is a Porsche GT3 RS, and I would kill myself, even though I was in rain mode the whole time.
No, you weren't.
And fun thing is, here, riding on the roads, you go 100 kilometers an hour. It says kilometers an hour.
That's right.
Okay, but it feels faster than in Germany.
Yeah.
About 1.6 times faster. No, the bike was phenomenal. It was a beast. It was stable the whole time on the road in turns with heavy crosswinds. I love it. Also, for me, it would be too sporty.
Yeah.
But
that's why this has to be a second or a third bike. This is the bike you go out when you just want to. This is the hooligan bike.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's
the
so
mayhem
cool.
bike.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank you to give me the opportunity to ride this bike.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Thank you for being here.
It's absolutely amazing. So at home, I drive a 2021 CVO Road Glide, and if I compare with that, I love my bike, no doubt about it, but it's more a truck.
Yeah.
And this one is a racing bike. So for me, it would be dangerous,
Not only for you.
You look pretty comfortable.
I have a family and a little kid, so but it's great. It's great. So it's so precise, dynamic, the power of the engine, the steering, so everything. So I have no complaints, and but I feel more comfortable with a truck, and driving a little bit more relaxed. You can drive relaxed.
Yeah,
also
exactly.
with it, of course. But the suspension is stiff, but it has to be stiff because otherwise you will run in trouble. So great. Thank you very much. Again.
Did you say you had a family? Tell us the engine you have in your truck at home.
A family size engine.
Family size.
A 135, am I correct?
131.
131. Yeah. So don't even listen to what he's saying. The thing about this bike is you're going to feel it more because, it's very torquey, but it's lighter too. So that's what he means by a truck, and I get it. All right, so this is awesome. I appreciate it so much. I love it. I'm glad I'm the only one that have this on my motorcycle.
In the world.
In the world. Last time it was the United States. This time it's the world.
Yeah.
So the number one question is, if somebody else wants this same setup, front and rear. Now, what's the difference between the front on this? Because I know this has an inverted front fork versus Violet. It just springs in the front, but you did something different on this bike.
Yeah, this one is the first production one with the cartridge kit for the CVO Road Glides with the inverted front. I want to say CVO Road Glides because for the street glides, those won't fit as you can't reach the adjuster because the handlebars are just blocking them.
Yeah.
We are still working on a solution for that. But this is the fully adjustable front end, but you can get the setup for the new CVOs as well as a basic version. Basic doesn't mean bad because on Violet you love it.
It's phenomenal.
So you just get the springs and the oil for the front, even for the inverted front. And the price for that is the same like the base kit or like the Nivomat kit for the older models.
Okay.
And with the inverted, fully adjustable front, the cartridges, if you get them just as the cartridge kit, it's a hair below 1800 right now. And if you get the full set, then just put that onto the regular Nivomat price. Pricing will be available by end of March here in the United States, and you can get those parts by end of March. So they're being ordered in Germany, they're being pre-produced, shipped to the United States, and then finally assembled probably by mid of March, but to have a little bit of safety margin, I would say you will get it by end of March.
So you have
2024.
2024. Okay, so you have this same system on your bike, and you ride what?
I have.
I know you have the Nivomats, yes, but as far as the front.
I'm a pussy. I'm a comfy pussy. I have the same set on my 23.5 Whiskey Needs CVO Road Glide.
Okay, all right. All right, well, listen, again, I want to thank you guys. It's not like you're coming from around the corner, 9-hour flight, 4-hour drive, and now you're going to do it in reverse, and then you got to go back to work, correct?
Yeah.
Well, you both do, right? All right, so listen, guys, if you want more information on the Nivomat suspension, definitely check out Wilbers' website. I'll put it right here on the screen. Information about this setup, and I'm talking about the rear, these shocks with the reservoirs, that's gonna come, all right? Again, this is all new. I'm the first guy to have it. So just, and then, listen, when it does come, I'm sure that these guys will let me know, and I'll let you guys know, all right? But definitely just make sure you're staying up on that website. Right now, Stefan is gonna be kind of I guess the guinea pig, and myself, me in the United States, Stefan in Germany, just putting these front cartridges through the ringers, making sure everything is everything. Right now, it feels good. We installed it ourselves, but if you want to do this yourself, you are going to need 3 people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the front suspension with the cartridge, you're going to need 3 people, right? But that doesn't mean it's difficult. You just need 6 hands, right? All right, listen, guys, that's going to do it for me. If you ever bump into me and you want to get a better look at these in person, I want you to take a look at it. You're not going to get to ride this bike. Well, some of you might. It all depends on who you are, right? You guys know I don't have a problem with somebody riding my bike. If they're a V.I.Preloader or preloader, and they're proficient in slow-speed motorcycle operation. So I felt very comfortable letting these 2 young men ride my motorcycles. I do all the time, and they know anytime they come here, they can ride. All right, guys, listen, again, check out the website, Wilbers, what is it, Wilbers USA?
WilbersUSA.com.
Okay. So yeah, check the website out, guys, and see if whatever they have is compatible to you. You can contact them if you have any further questions. You can contact me, and I'm probably not going to know everything, but the answer will be out there. I'll get the answer to you. Spend more time being thankful for the things that you have, guys, and less time complaining about the things that you don't. Break out of the mold of the average rider, guys. Seat time doesn't equal practice time, and if you have time to ride your motorcycles, you have time to practice on them. Till next time. All right.
And sorry to interrupt you. You're not the guinea pig.
I'm not?
Because I lended them my brand new motorcycle
remember they did.
for 3 months, and they did a lot of testing.
Okay, all right.
You got to be stupid enough to lend them your motorcycle for 3 months just to get a perfect front suspension.
Well, no, but that shows your dedication to, listen, it's like anything else. People look at what I do and they say, wow, I can see the passion in what you do. It's the same thing with you. You are clearly passionate about this. You've gone to New Jersey. You've been all over the place and installing. It's not like you're just dropping off the box saying, take care, guys. Because you want to make sure that the product is represented properly and installed properly. And even here, I'm like, Stefan, I got it. Your hand is like this. You're dying to touch it. I was like, I got it, Stefan. He was like, okay. So, that's you. You're a workhorse. All right, I appreciate you guys.
Okay.
Let's go eat.
Thanks, man. It was great.
Absolutely, man.
Again, you're with the bottle in
It's
the
okay,
video.
man. This is outtakes.
Outtakes, yeah. But outtakes are funny.